Okay, welcome! So I'm going to be doing our graphite introduction just like I would do normally in class. So we're going to be talking about pencils and shading and all about the different pencils that you have in your sets. So I gave you guys each a set. It either looks like this or like this. They're both the same, but just the boxes look different. So each set has pencils on the inside. You have 6 pencils and they're all different types of graphite pencils. So you'll know which pencil is which by looking at the small oval on each pencil. So this is the B pencil. Now they do go in order from hardest to darkest. So the 2H pencil is the hardest and lightest pencil that we have. HB is kind of like a regular drawing pencil. It's like your 2H pencil or whatever graphite is in your mechanical pencil. A B is slightly darker than that, and then 2B is darker, and so on and so forth. And 6B is our darkest pencil that we have. There's this value scale on this box. On the white box, there's the same thing here in case you forget, and also this value scale back here that's very helpful. So just a quick introduction with each of the pencils. Here we go. Okay, so our 2H pencil is really light. It is very difficult to get a dark value with this pencil, and it creates kind of our lightest gray. Now with the 2H pencil, it is just for light values. It is not for sketching. You'll notice if you draw a line with your 2H pencil and then you try to erase it, it kind of scratches and dents your paper and creates what's called a ghost line. So that way if you try and shade over it, you get this kind of white little line that will always run through the middle of your value. So 2H pencils are really light. They're good for light values, but beware of the ghost line. Like I said, our HB pencil is like a normal everyday drawing pencil. You can shade with lighter pressure to get a lighter value, push a little harder and add more layers to get a darker value. Good for sketching. So that's our HB pencil. And then 2B is just a step darker than that. You'll notice as, oops, I skipped the B pencil, that's okay. 2B is a step darker. And you'll notice as we keep going through the pencils that they just get darker and softer and they build up value faster. 4B, same thing. Really nice dark value. And then 6B. I don't really use the regular B pencil that much, but you can experiment with it. 6B is our darkest. So that's kind of our value scale of our pencils. Okay, so we have a couple of rules for using our graphite pencils. And the first is to keep your pencils sharp. They work best when they are sharp, so keep your pencil sharpener close. A dull pencil does not create nice crisp value. It creates kind of really fuzzy looking value, and it just does not have the same craftsmanship. Like this is a really dull 4B pencil. And using the same pressure and the same amount of layers, you can tell that there's a significant value difference between a sharp 4B pencil and a dull 4B pencil. So first rule is keep your pencil sharp. Second rule is when we shade with our graphite pencils, the way that you should shade is kind of in overlapping ovals like this. So this is what I'm doing, but when I'm shading, it's really fast. So it looks like this. But those overlapping ovals all going in one direction to create a solid shape of value. What I don't want to see on graphite projects is shading like this. That has terrible craftsmanship. So second rule is overlapping ovals to create nice solid values. Third rule is we need to layer our pencils. So we layer from hardest pencils to softest pencils. So the way that I can create the best, most successful, darkest value is to layer an HB or hard pencil first and then put a darker pencil over it. So this was my HB pencil here. So I am going to take a sharp 6B pencil and layer over it and get a really nice dark solid value. Our harder pencils help us kind of get into the texture of the paper, which is called the tooth. It can look speckly if you don't layer your harder pencils on there. And if you don't layer harder pencils, you might end up pushing too hard with your pencil. Oops, see, I broke my pencil there. And what's going to happen is your paper will start to kind of buckle and bend up. It's hard to see on the document cam, but I'm basically denting my paper so much that it's becoming a wave. So layer your pencils from hardest to darkest, and that is our third and last rule for using graphite pencils.